Go to this computer.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Council of Reads. Not in the comic shop, on the interwebs, because Dave is sick. I'm Dylan, here with Jason,
G'day.
Nitin,
What's up?
Tommy,
Hey.
and Dave.
I'm Dave, not sick.
You're not sick?
No, I'm sick, but my name's Dave.
Yes.
Who's on first? Right.
The
Get it? No, don't worry.
Okay. We have a pretty small week of comics and news this week. Our featured books are Amazing Spidey 26
Oh, shiny.
and Savage
spoilers be
Strength,
coming there.
Savage Strength of Starstorm.
Oh, do I have a special surprise for you, Dylan?
Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't know if that's a good surprise or bad.
That's good. It's good.
That's a good one for you.
Okay, we got a trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And we're going to talk about whose film Flashback was this?
Mine.
Yeah.
Okay, your film Flashback.
5/25/77. A beautiful
Very
coming
good.
of age story. Fuck
Yeah,
me.
if you say so.
All right. Someone must have got a free jacket.
It's all right. It's just a bit long.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
All right, let's get into the comic books.
All right. Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, spoilers big time here. This is the big issue. Marvel, I don't know why I'm saying it. Marvel spoiled it like 2 weeks ago all over the internet anywhere you get it. But it's the end of the Scribble Man arc. They'd been teasing for months that they were going to kill MJ. Very Gwen Stacy death sort of cover, modern update of that. Spoilers, they don't kill Mary Jane. Well, sort of, but not really. They kill Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. Which
There's a movie coming out.
yes, in the Infinite Wisdoms. I've really enjoyed this run, this arc. Even I was down for. When this word got out who they were killing, I was like, just because Kamala Khan, she's been in the book, but she's just been a background at Pete's work. Like, not. I just didn't feel it was very impactful, especially when they had told you, like, you're reading it and you're like, yeah, and she'll be back in a week as a mutant instead because fucking TV. Yeah. Wasn't
Yeah,
good.
they kill like a main character all the time. It's always going to be like a background B-side character in a book, you know? Like, whenever you see one of those, like, one will definitely die, I'll be like,
Oh, for sure.
Screen, you know?
Yeah, that's fair enough, but it's not normally like she's an A-grade player in the Marvel Universe these days, so it's not like it is someone, it's B-grade in this story because she's only just been working in Oscorp and stuff like that, but in regard of who she is, it's a pretty big death, you could say. But yeah, I was really found lackluster with it. Like, this issue's got the most Kamala you've seen. She's been in a couple of pages at best. Mostly it's just a few panels here and there in the background, running around and following Pete, doing a few different things in the last few arcs. I actually forgot. I knew she was dying, but I didn't actually know it was going to be in this.
Sure.
So when I was looking at it, it's like one shall fall. It still hadn't clicked that it was exactly going to be. I knew it wasn't going to be MJ, but then as I'm reading, I'm like, oh, of course. But and still, I'm like,
yeah,
man, like. But that's not my gripe with this book.
No.
That's not my gripe at all with this freaking little book.
They chickened out on the kids again.
Fucking Zeb, man. I was with ya. I was on with everything you'd been doing. I even liked what you did with him.
Yes.
I liked that.
Yeah, I thought that was the best bit of the issue.
But you put it out with the kids.
Spoilers.
Well, we've spoiled everything else. So.
Yeah, I'm putting a spoiler warning. I would like to know what happened.
Oh.
I can't flick through it.
Well, see, they already chickened out a week or two ago where they're not MJ's kid. Because, you know, like with the time they were stuck there, you're like, oh, she's had kids before.
Foundlings.
Sense? And then they dogged that and like, oh, no, they just found these two random kids. So this one we get the reveal of the kids aren't even real. It's just the Scribble Man has made them. He's scribbled them in the sand and made them real, so he just wipes them away.
Scribble concept.
Okay.
So like, obviously it's still for MJ.
Disappeared.
The kids have just disappeared in an instant. I get that, but you're like, Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like they disappeared as he's trying to hunt them and stuff.
Yeah.
And
so do they remember the kids or just
Yes.
completely
oh yeah,
white?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I mean,
they
she's
were
still
nothing.
they've still got the emotional trauma,
Right,
I
right,
guess.
right.
But
They
when they were
just-
just
they were
nothing, it's easier to not care anymore.
they're exactly like this the crazy scribble dragon that got created in Central Park.
So I thought
Essentially.
that was a bit cheap.
Yeah. There were some good bits with FF and that back and forth with what's been happening with Pete when he was trying to get across to the other dimension. And as we said, oh mate, what's his name? That was with MJ? Not Pete,
Paul.
Paul, that's it. His backstory and everything was pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a real cop out. I think by the looks of the next issue with 27, we've got Ed McGuinness on art. So that could be the last we see of Ramita Jr. for a little while, because I think I saw in previews that McGuinness might be doing a few, which I'm fine with. It's going to be interesting what we get. But yeah, McGuinness, Spidey's not going to be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
So MJ and Paul still together then?
Yes, for now.
Okay.
Yes, at the moment and she knew his backstory, which is interesting. She didn't share that, but yeah. We'll see where it goes from here.
One of the worst bits about the Kamala Khan is like Pete didn't know Kamala was Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel doesn't know Pete is Spider-Man. It's all
Okay.
what's the point, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just assumed that they knew.
Yeah, no.
I thought her identity was like public
No.
or
She's
just
very
well
much a
known.
domino, bro. But you would think Pete would have been able to pick it up, working with her. Her not getting Pete, sure, he wears a proper mask. Pete should know a teenage superhero is in his midst. The best bit about it was though Osborn's like a little freaked out that she was working, she was watching me. And you're like, oh, that was the only good bit. But yeah, disappointing.
Very disappointing.
All right, next up. Savage Strength of Starstorm, new Image comic. Very clearly Kirby influenced. The kids go into Kirby High. And like the write up at the back, it's like just love my 80s and 90s comics, and it's a love letter to the Image founders, names them all by sort of thing. Starts off in space, you don't know what's going on, they're looking for something, whatever. Then cuts to high school, new kid at school. He was found on wandering a freeway with amnesia, whatever, so but he's starting school. Shit goes wrong at the school, and then all of a sudden he touches like a crystal thing, and then he becomes superhero, right? Usual sort of teen superhero shit. It was fine, it was good. But Dylan, I got to show you something, and the viewers as well, I guess. I think Mr. Drew Craig may have got his page count wrong. Because the middle page of the book is big double page, middle page, right? So this page, you see this page, Dylan?
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah.
That's one page off.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Like, how does that happen?
Isn't that why you have an editor?
Like,
Oh dear.
because I'm reading that, you're like, okay, it's a bit weird, sort of cut off. And then
The
you
old,
I'm like, no, they didn't, did they?
Can I show my age? The old Get Smart. Missed it, mate. That much. Like, so close.
And like, these days, with Image using the inside cover, you could have had page one on here, problem fixed.
Oh, that's
Because
painful.
it's not like they haven't used a back page or a back cover
Anything these days.
in recent times.
I'm
Man.
reading it and I'm just like, that's a really weird page. You turn it over, oh no. And you're like,
Oh.
but surely that can't be a mistake. It's got to be intentional. But then I'm like staring at it. I'm like, why would you?
Well, the
Like,
speech
The speech bubble
cut off.
is half, you know?
Oh yeah.
I didn't even notice that the first time you showed us that. That's gold. Jesus.
I
Right?
feel so bad for the guy.
Oh,
Yeah, it sucks, eh?
It's a lot of work and
yeah.
oh.
I just don't know what happened.
And so
Man.
is that? It looks quite thick. Is it like a one shot? Is that the whole story? Is there
No,
another?
it's a new series.
Okay, so at least it can be fixed in the trade.
Mm.
So yeah, my stuff on books can be worth. Oh, Dave, you should buy it.
Yeah. See, because the trade, you just have this as the like a front.
Yeah,
page.
100%. Yeah, it's an easy
Open a
fix.
book. But yeah, I was
It's,
like, oh my god.
I know
It was
you're
fun.
listening.
Fun teen superhero stuff, sort of thing. You know, like
Okay.
usual sort of, bit of a Guyver sort of deal, and like that sort of thing. It was alright. I didn't mind it. But yeah, I was. Oh, what happened here? So somebody can't count. Image, please. All right, next up from Whatnot, North Valley Grimoire.
I like how you get it right and then say it again to
And
draw
say it right.
attention to that. You're not sure if that's how you say it.
Waiting for us to clap.
But it doesn't sound right. I don't know how to say things, but Grimoire. As it was a novel, it was a Kickstarter novel a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
Originally, it was the chick writes a little about it. 2018. It ended up being 2018's number one Kickstarter novel, and the number one Canadian novel of all time.
Wow.
Right? Sort of magic meets spies. It was not bad. So the main story's character, he's like a CIA, works for the CIA in their father division. That's their magic sort of division or whatever. Magic's very around, but hard to do, like really hard to do. But somebody's invented some tech that can make magic happen or whatever. So that's their job. But then he's investigating some stuff, and then the girl, high school, her friends just died. And there's a book under the bed, and magic. She's got magic powers, obviously. But it was all right. It was fine. Teen drama sort of stuff. Yeah, it's like clearly the novel's trying to hit a Harry Potter sort of market type of thing, I guess. But a little bit older maybe. But it was fine. It was fine. Next up, what wasn't fine? Punisher number 12. Jason Aaron, I've had a love-hate relationship with this book. This issue is pretty much just all hate. This is the end.
Yeah.
This is the end of this series, the end of Punisher for now, of course. Marvel, Punisher is problematic. Oh no, the police, bad policemen wear his symbol. We can't have that. Whatever. I don't understand how Punisher's problematic for any reason. It's the fact that he should be a Vietnam guy that should be 100.
That's the biggest issue. And that he was a Frankenstein.
Yes. Well,
Wasn't he an angel too?
Was that sorry?
Wasn't he like an angel or some shit?
Yes.
And that was only like last month, bro. Relax.
My big problem with this one is the book. The last issue is saying you're like, oh, okay, you jumped the shark. And it's all about he's working with the hand because they brought the wife back. Last issue we find out the day they're at the park, she was telling him she's leaving and she wants a divorce. Before she got that out, they got whacked by the mobs. And she shot him because he's killed all these people in the name of these kids. Which that's fair. I get her being not down for this. So he's done. He attacks the priestess, but she's still alive at the end. I don't know. The cabal of superheroes chain him up at Doctor Strange's basement and judge him, decide if they're going to kill him or not. That was some cool pages, but a bit hypocritical. They've all murdered people, I'm pretty sure. Like, if Wolverine's there ready to kill you because you're a killer, man.
But yeah,
Wolverine.
Yeah.
They've killed a little bit of people. He's killed a lot of people. That's a difference.
Yes.
He only allowed a little bit.
At the end of it, he disappears and he's in
Weird World.
He's just Frank. He's helping kids, whatever. Right? But they're not even the problems. The problem with his book is goddamn Maria is still alive. She's leaving him still. She's sold all his
stuff, all his sold, yeah.
Gave half the money to charity. She's kept half. She bought herself a new car, 2 duffel bags of money, and she drives away with a tear in her eye and a
positive pregnancy test.
Saying she's pregnant. Fucking garbage, Jason Aaron.
Yeah, I was not impressed.
Pregnant with his kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is she a zombie, essentially?
Yeah, she's fucking dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it soured the whole sort of series.
It has. Because
it was in a series to begin with, but this totally ruined it.
Yes.
Ruined.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
Nah, I usually bitch about the flashback parts. This one, the only good bit of this issue is the flashback because it goes from the funeral to a mob bar and just kills them all.
Yep.
And that's like basically the start of the Punisher we know and love. So that was all right. But yeah.
Oh, and the other bit is like he's killed everyone who's involved in this little gang warfare in the park, except for one dude who's on death row. He breaks into prison to kill the dude who's going to get killed.
No,
He's like, no, I'm gonna
not good
stand outside and kid when
That's
it
too
happens.
good a
Like,
death
nope,
for him.
Not good
nope,
enough.
no.
Damn. That's
What do you
good.
want us?
That's excellent.
Yes. Yeah. Because in the middle, you're so anti the series at the start, but in the middle was good. But
Yeah, the airy stuff was all good.
Flushed it
It's
down.
been a definite
Yeah.
come down from like you said, it started slow, but then even like like you said, halfway through, you were enjoying the playbacks more than what was currently happening, because what was currently happening was just getting crazier. But then Ares came in, and that was even better. Yeah.
And like even the heroes with the heroes, but you first see that bit of the heroes and they're getting together we got to sort Frank once and for all. You're like, oh, okay. But,
and then it just went to.
And
next up.
So this is the end of the Punisher, I guess, for the foreseeable future for a while. Yeah.
Where's my Garth Ennis book that he finished like 3 years ago? That are we never going to get?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Like it.
Ennis and Jason Burrows, I think it was. I'm desperate for that. One day, once the heat dies. Anyway, next up, Bobby. Doctor Strange number 3.
3. I sure did. What it could have been.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just the art, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was an interesting concept. It's the first I've heard of the parlay day, so I don't know if it is a new.
I think it's a new thing.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Very interesting. So it's essentially Doctor Strange's parlay day with Dormammu, but at the same time, Dormammu takes over the body of just a regular human being. So it's just a regular dude walking around with a flaming head.
Like it's one of his devout followers who. It's
sorry,
the promotion.
Yes.
It's their honor to be, the I guess stand in for Dormammu, the vessel. Yeah, that's a better word.
But at the same time, it's going to kill the guy.
But they signed up for it.
Yeah.
But
like that's the thing for Dormammu to Strange. Mr. Doctor, help everyone. Yeah, this parlay is killing this guy.
So it's a greatest hits book because we have a lot of references. It's them walking through Central Park
the times
and playing chess and talking about all their different meetings and everything like that. But at the same time, I haven't seen
so many asterisk boxes in 30 years.
Oh yeah,
all the times Doctor Strange has beaten Dormammu. All the time he's beaten Dormammu.
So Strange Tales 127, Doctor Strange Volume 2 number 9, Sorcerer Supreme number 2 gets mentioned, Sorcerer Supreme number 50, Doctor Strange Volume 3 number 4. Like it's just every panel just talking about all the different times, the Defenders, and so every time he's defeated.
There was a reason for it. Doctor Strange is doing all this, and that was a nice little twist. I like the story. It's dog shit.
That's the problem. What this book could have been.
Yeah. But he's not on it for long, so that's I guess a consolation.
Like the coin. So Jean comes in, and there's a different part. I don't want to go too deep into it, but there's a coin, and most artists would make this life coin look amazing. It looks like an Oreo.
Yeah.
Like excellent.
Not a tasty one either.
Oh my god, it does look like an Oreo.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then, if you weren't impressed with that art, you get some really high-class anime art for a backstory around a staff, and Dormammu and Strange as well, and
Nico from Runaways.
Yeah, so interesting little backup, but
and that was way better than fucking Pascal Ferry.
Oh hell yeah!
Anything's better.
The story itself wasn't, but the art was much better.
Have they done anything with Runaways in a while?
No,
I don't think I've seen them in anything.
Really, after like they got a run when the show was going, and that sort of petered out. And then I think it's one of those things that what do you do with them, right? Like stuff like that. You got to split them up, and you can use her doing some stuff because she's been in like Strange Academy and shit like that, and the Midnight Suns mini and stuff.
Yeah, she was in the Midnight Sun game.
Yeah,
It's like the first like experience I've had with her as a character.
but as a team, you can't. What can you do with them?
And once again, the only thing that is disappointing is this the way this book ends. Besides the backup, it kind of splits two ways because they get an invitation to go to Claire's mother's wedding, and we saw her relationship last time in the Strange book, which was excellent. But then the last page is more of Wong and the remnants of Wand and what they've become, the Agent of Wand. So that's actually going to be the next issue. But yeah, story's going to be great.
Our favourite artist at the Council of Reeds, Pascal Ferry. Thank you. Next up, Clobberin Time issue 3. You read this one, Nitin?
I did.
Oh, let's see, next issue special for you too.
Yeah, I did.
So this one's the Doctor Strange one.
Yeah.
This was cool.
What was the story?
Um,
Oh, that's right, the flashback.
yeah, well,
A sort of
yes,
the Psychopomp's biggest origin story.
yes, with his brands.
Yes.
So yeah, it starts with Thing and Alicia have taken Aunt Petunia to dinner and given him a check, the thank you sort of thing.
Quite hefty check.
And then a dragon and Doctor Strange smash up the restaurant. This is the time traveling guy and blah blah blah. Yeah, you get his backup. Oh, he comes where he comes from, and yeah, he got his first brand, which is like an Avengers logo.
Oh, nice.
Because he stopped a zombie horde or something.
Yeah, and then he had
Canni-
his own
cannibals.
badge
It
to
was
be the leader.
cannibals.
And like, I still miss him. You're like, wow.
Mm.
That was cool. It was like the others. Just a quick little battle.
You get a little bit of backstory.
Yep. And then it's over. And then we get the next one. Though this one we did get the Thing's ass.
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Thing's ass in the comic before.
bit callousy. Let's put that one in a plastic bag in the shop.
Yeah, it's been a fun little mini. Just
Mhm.
smash,
Behind the
time travel. Doctor Doom is next issue, so
Yep.
Makes sense. Time travel, right? So should be good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That was issue 3?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Intriguing. It might end up being a good little trade to pick up. Yeah.
Fun little trade for sure.
Yeah.
Next up, Tommy, you're up. Venom Lethal
Yeah.
Protector number 3 with this amazing cover. Oh,
Yeah, man, I got that covered too.
Ooh.
It's so damn good. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. As I've been saying about this book, I really wish this was just the first Lethal Protector that came out. And I love the fact that it just says Lethal Protector. So I think we're just forgetting about the first one. He wrote it, he's forgetting about it. Damn it.
It's a little bit confusing to people.
yes.
I love the art. It's 90s as art. We've got some Doom with Vulture. Doom pissed off at Vulture and firing, which is really cool. This whole story's been Silver Sable hiring Venom to help her out. Big biological weapons. Nick Fury, helicarriers getting taken down. Old school Fury. Now, this had one of my favorites. Here it is here. One of my favorite panels. And so it's Eddie turning in, but look at the way the writing goes from black to white and the bubble goes from black to white. So
that's
damn
cool.
cool. Yeah.
They've never done that before?
Yeah, I have. I just haven't seen it in a while.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's been, they haven't thought to do that kind of shit. And this is 90s as, so that's why it's just, yeah. And the Venom book's been shit recently. So this has got, I think it's only a four issue.
5?
Is it 5? Cool. If it's 5, he's probably going to be in it quite a bit more. As I said, the book started with Vulture trying to do a job for Doom and failing, and Doom firing him and literally firing him. And this issue finishes with Doom offering Eddie an interesting offer. So if that's the way it's going to go down, the next couple of issues are going to be pretty badass. So also love It's a old school cover. I think it's from what's the Denny Way run? Chill, I think it is. There was the Venom over the top art, which is a bit of a what's it? Homage to that, which was really cool. So I've been really enjoying this one. So if you haven't been picking up the single issues, I definitely recommend checking out the run, the trade when the run's done.
Oh, that's worth it for the art alone.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Who
Really
draws
Art is
Cardiac looking
excellent.
badass? You know?
Yes. Yeah, breaking his arm and shit. Yeah, it was really good.
Great
I've
Vulture,
really been
great
enjoying it.
dude. Like, that's great. Right. I think Venom is probably the weakest part of the art. I'm not a big fan of the Venom face head, whatever.
Yeah, they've gone away. I was hoping they might have gone a little bit more Larson style, with that elongated jaw for that time period. There was some cool stuff when he was chameleon some stuff, but yeah, the actual look of Venom is probably the weakest of all the different characters.
It's not bad. It's just you're like,
No,
that's not
it's
Venom
just the
I would like.
weakest. Yeah. Vulture looked awesome. The feathers looked
Oh.
excellent. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Dylan, did you read Captain America: Symbol of Truth?
No, I did not get around to it yet.
Yeah, it was.
How is this?
Hang on, which
Yeah.
one's Symbol? Is that the Falcon book?
But at the
Yeah,
moment,
cool.
they're the same. So but this
A
one was just
crossover.
Steve and Sam fighting. Steve's trying to get to Bucky / the kid, Nomad, Ian. Sam's like, no, they just blew off a bomb. Rah, rah, we've got to stop Misty, Sharon. And Steve's like, nah. So I don't know if he's getting a bit infected by being in Dimension Z and have a bit of fist fight. And yeah, it was
Okay.
a little disappointing.
I know it's someone's name, and I don't want to sound mean, but it just sounds funny. It's like, oh, come on, we've got to go save Ian. Like, it's just I don't know. It doesn't have a lot of gravitas to it. Let's go get Ian. Like, it's like someone puts the name, the voiceover in. Anyway, sorry to all the Ians out there. Literally.
Yeah, I've been a little disappointed by this crossover.
That's a shame.
Central Liberty Cap was my favorite book 2 months ago, and now you're like, whatever, and it's finishing and whatever.
Oh yeah, and we've got an announcement as to what's happening after as well.
Yes.
Straczynski is taking over. New Cap series by Straczynski and the artist from Punisher.
Yeah.
I don't mind him. I wouldn't mind him on a Cap.
I think he suits Cap way better than he suited the Punisher.
Yeah, because it's bright,
Pretty-
colorful. Yeah.
Because was it the same art? It wasn't the same artist doing flashbacks, was it?
No.
Yeah, so it's
Big one.
the main, the current. It wasn't the flashback
Yeah,
series.
the guy doesn't cover it.
Yeah, the main stuff. Yeah.
Cap looked good in that book.
Huh?
Cap looked good in that book.
Yeah, no, his Cap did look good, actually. I'll show you. Maybe.
I don't know how I missed not looking through that book when I was in the shop. I'm really annoyed.
Get some Cap in here. Not bad.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed by that, just because I'm disappointed by, it feels like we got a Mark Waid, Ron Garney situation here. Just started a great run, chopped for a bigger name, and yeah, the potential wasted.
What
better
else
get it
are they
raised.
doing? They just picked up something new, didn't they? They're doing Guardians or what is it? Yeah, Guardians. Yeah. Okay. Weird.
Because obviously they were building for a longer run, and the Steve sales haven't been great, but the Sam sales are worse. So I knew it was not that. Yeah, when it was announced that it was finishing, it was worded weirdly, and I was like, it can't be chopped for sales.
So it's almost
the
a victim
Sam
of
one-
circumstance. It wasn't their fault they split them up and they had a Sam book, because that's
Nah,
going to drag
100%.
shit down straight away. And whatever you try and do with one, if the other's not working, then you're a victim of the other.
And I understand the business. So obviously, the
Of course, you can't keep losing sales. It's
Hey,
shit.
well, he would basically get a pick of books, just about. You know what I mean? So I get it, but disappointing.
But that's a bit of a shame, because I know sales were good, but if they were potential for it, and because you did have an award-winning creative team on it, sacrifice someone for the greater good of the story and continue it through, and then you've got a great story. Isn't that the whole point?
Yeah. But yeah, Straczynski's a big name.
Has he done
He's a
anything
Marvel
recently?
Hey,
Yeah, that's a good
Straczynski, he
question.
hasn't been doing anything recently, has he?
Wrote a comic in a long time.
Hmm.
What
There's a lot
was his
of
last thing?
flexibility.
It wasn't Thor, was it?
Superman walking the earth.
Oh.
Superman goes for a walk, as I like
Yeah.
to call
Yeah, I think for the third time.
He Forrest Gumps around the planet, right?
Oh. He helped Elvis.
But like, why the end of his Spider run had some controversy, shall we say? The early on was one of the hottest books going. Him and Romita on Spidey. Speaking of Spidey, also announcement I've seen Dan Slott is putting out a new Superior Spider-Man book.
it.
I'm like, God damn.
What?
Yeah.
That poor cow.
Yeah.
That poor cow. I'm
Because
not
he can't
calling
write
anybody.
anything else.
I'm not calling anybody fat. I'm saying someone's getting milked really really badly. Jesus. Oh, okay.
Next book.
That's needed.
Silver Surfer Ghostlight. Not really much more to say. It's a bit weird. Silver Surfer. I can't remember the guy's name. Stranger. It's fine, but it's fine. It just felt like I read the same issue. Like it's not. Yeah, it's fine. Last in my pile, in my opinion, book of the week. Local Man. Flip book part was phenomenal. The main story, modern day story, was just as good. Maybe.
Mhm.
All right, some spoilers. So we know Crossjack got kicked out of the team. We assumed because he was having an affair with Camo Commander's wife. We found out last issue in the flip book that she sort of instigated them kissing. This flip book starts. They've just finished like a crossover event basically in space, and the three of them are on a ship coming back home. And
Something happens and they have to crash land
Yeah,
on,
they crash
on a
land.
planet.
So then he's full, like barbarian sort of, the usual comic trope.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, they can't use all their because they don't have enough energy to use their weapons. So they, bow and arrow.
They've gone primitive.
Bow and arrow is the one thing Crossjack can't use.
Because he's got daddy issues.
Yeah, because Dad tried to take him to kill a deer as a kid, whatever.
And he couldn't do it.
His whole thing is
good.
he can't use a bow and arrow. But
I can't wait to buy this trade.
Camo Commander
fills in as a father figure.
Yes. And then Camo Commander's like, she told me that he's kissed, and he's like, it's like, that's okay. The powers, when I got my powers, maybe bullets couldn't hurt me. I get hit by a truck, I'm fine. Like I just can't feel things, including the crest of my wife on my face. Or I need you to ask you a favor, Crossjack. And we get my favorite panel.
Oh my god,
of
the best
year.
of the year.
Of the year.
Of the
We're only
year.
halfway there, boys.
It's ridiculous.
Holy shit.
And he's just sitting there.
Yeah, just
God.
sitting there.
Not
Walk
going
away.
away.
Nope.
Just sitting out the front of, because it's God's plan, I guess.
Yes. And
Yes.
considering what on the flip side of the his book is the best.
Yeah.
I'm glad you told me about it.
Ask him to do
Yes,
Yeah. Because he can't, obviously.
because he can't feel.
Okay. Wow.
Damn.
Yes.
I'm still intrigued how they're going to do this as a trade.
Yeah, with the flips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it
I
been
don't know.
solicited
Because you
yet?
couldn't read all the backs and then all the front. It wouldn't make sense
Yeah.
because it's bit for bit.
It'd have to chapter it up.
You have to.
Yeah.
Flip me over now.
In the
Flip me
modern
over and
day, Crossjack breaking into the
The quarry.
government facility thing that Hodog, his villain, was trying to get to and had been getting to. He digged a hole underneath, and the copper's there. / Crossjack's ex-high school girlfriend's husband. And they break into the thing, and then the big bad, I guess, gets
It's
revealed.
like, yeah, you're wearing a ski mask, but you still have the same jacket on
The best.
as the picture.
Like that's not me. Yeah, big reveal of the bad guy. Maybe who's helping the bad guy.
And why the bad guy was doing what he was doing.
Yeah, yes,
Oh,
yes.
God, this book is great.
What issue is this for?
It's one of the best series going.
Issue
Yeah.
4, yeah.
Up the trade now.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, so
Yeah.
damn good.
Yeah.
Look at the damn week, for sure.
I said to Dylan this
That
week,
one last page makes the book of the week.
before I looked at it, I'm like, might be time to start. And I'll just buy the trade, right? Like, generally, non-Marvel stuff, I just collecting trades, right? But I'm like, let me have a look. And I look at the flip book and I see that. And I'm like, fuck, gotta buy it. I'll just buy the double up and buy the trade as well. It's just too good. That is about all I've got. Anybody else got reading this week?
Yeah, I'll go, I guess. I read the Wanted trade.
Hey,
I'd never read
nice.
Wanted before.
Ooh.
What do you think?
It's very good.
Yeah.
Very damn good.
Yeah.
Some of the dialogue is a bit dated.
Yeah, but it's a first, so that's understandable. Yeah.
And also, I think it was a time where Miller was pushing buttons intentionally hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very Mark Miller,
Edgelord
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with choices of characters for who was to play the main two.
J.G. Jones, just draw Eminem and Halle Berry.
Yeah. Because that was my introduction. Like I think I was saying before the pod, I got that at the old shop, and that was everything from there on. As Mark Miller's on, I'll give that a look because holy shit, that was.
And I just love how quickly Wesley just embraced all of that.
Like as you would,
considering,
shit boring nothing live, and you get to do all this cool shit with this hot chick.
That bit, and at the end where he's like, "No, I'm just gonna go back to my life." I was like, "No, I'm just fucking with you. Let's go spend how much all this money." Just embrace. And that's such a cool book.
Yes, very much so. Good read.
That's the only other thing I read.
I read a couple other books. I read Carnage issue 13, also known as Please Come Back, Ram V. This is continuing the Carnage Reigns storyline to do with Miles, and I really didn't enjoy the art in this one, to be honest. The story just continues on with Cletus and Neely. Neely finally, some spoilers, Neely finally gets powered up. He's been waiting to become a Carnageized, I guess you could put, but it's a little bit different to what he cops. What I did love was, so the opposite of what's happening with Cletus and Neely is the detective and actually Carnage trying to have a complete symbiosis, but he's fighting it. So that opens up with this panel, which I did enjoy, of Carnage just having a look inside his brain to see why he's stopping him, which I thought was quite pretty. So you've got Carnage then going to the place where Tony Stark was getting all his suits and stuff made to get his chest fixed after he got Venom punched by Miles because he was in that extremist suit from King in Black. So he just rocks up, sees this giant machinery style kaiju and becomes like kaiju Carnage, like giant swamp thing looking, monstrosity. So that's Neely as some sort of Carnage creature, but Cletus is still controlling him. Neely can't do shit. Which is everything you expected to happen when Carnage was going to help him. Taskmaster comes out. There's no Black Ant, which was annoying. Taskmaster comes in, thinks he's a badass, and cuts his hand off. And Carnage's like, that was a severed hand. You just cut off a hand that didn't exist in the first place. Well done, bro. Miles comes back in. This storyline is doing nothing for me. I really just want this part to be over so Carnage, so Watsy can come back. The only cool part was at the end where him making himself that giant kaiju, he also got the tech nerds that he kept talking about to hook him into the network. So Carnage is in the grid. So
Alright.
he is now going to be able to control people like he was controlling Neely and Carnage all these people.
What the hell is this book?
I
Seriously.
don't know. I don't know. I
'Cause it's
couldn't
like-
tell ya.
It's like, okay, cool, Thor stuff. All right. Freaking 9 rounds, fucking Niflheim, whatever. And then now it's like tech
Extremist
fucking
suit.
shit.
Yeah. But you haven't even actually seen Carnage, because Carnage has got the God armor, and it is, like you were saying, for Niflheim and stuff, it's badass as shit. So you got that is going to combine with this extremist suit as well, I'm guessing. It's mental.
And you missed the haunted house section a couple of issues ago, Dylan. The book is just a fever dream.
No, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. You telling me. And I was like,
So yeah,
Makes
so
no sense.
this continues along in Red Goblin 5, then Carnage 14, and then Miles Morales 7. So
I want to say
personally
this is the
bring
most.
back Ram V, man. It's been in the problem is it's not happening. It's just a summer of symbiotes, which has already just begun. If our winter's just begun, their summer's just begun. So
It's like the most comic booky thing ever.
Yeah.
which is not a bad thing.
Yeah,
But
yes.
I think-
Sometimes you want that.
I'm not dissing this guy, but I'd rather it be written by Ram, where it might be a little bit more polished. I'm not saying they're doing a bad job. I just think it could be a bit better.
Well, I think they would be limiting what they can do.
Yeah.
Right? Like they gotta leave it at a certain
Yes,
like they can't change much.
Yeah, that's right. No matter how
It's
big an
gotta
event it is,
Gotta leave where Ram was or whatever.
we've got to continue on there. There's got to be a
Bit of
good
treading
pressing point
going
onwards. The only other book I read was the awesome Door to Door, Night by Night. It's issue 6. So we're slowly finding out a little bit more of each person's backstory on why they're selling portraits for the local fire department to make fuck all money. And this week it's the old mate that was the what's his name? What's his name? Will? No, that's not his name. Whatever it is, Fred, I think it is. And yeah, poor old Fred. You just love a drink. This episode. There's definitely going to be a TV show down the track, but this issue's the old haunted car. Knocking on the door down a rural road, and old grandma's got a car in the hooded up that's been all belted up. Still running though. It was a son's, and then the father took it over and spent his whole life fixing it and died in the garage trying to fix it. And yeah, then he's out driving and sees this haunted car racing down the street and shit, and the copper knows everything he's talking about. So it really is a bit of a what's it called? Just a different town every week, and they're finding a different ghoul. But the story and what it's Cullen Bunn, what he's doing each week, and also the art is excellent. It's enough to keep you dragged in, and like you kind of know the protocol, but the story itself, it's so cool, and the backstory of what they're doing with all the characters, it doesn't feel cheesy. It doesn't feel like I know these tropes and I know where it's going. It still is working. And the reason I say that is bring on, where is it? I'm going to find this last page. The next issue.
Are those
Crazy goat peeps.
Cool.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with devil goats.
Indeed.
So yeah, craziness continues. Door to door, night by night. That's everything I read this week.
Cool. Anything else, everybody?
No, I think that's about it. A small week.
All right. Yeah.
There was
Okay.
DC Comics this week, but it was like 3 books.
4. Thank you very much.
4, sorry, yes. But I didn't. I was going to read Power Girl, but I forgot to take it.
Oh, well.
I was just finishing up the backups in action anyway.
But you know, what we get to talk about next week, issue 11 or 12 of Dark Knights of Steel. I don't want to promise it now. I'm saying it's not going to come out. It's only issue 11. There's still another 2. Like there's another one after that.
I need to fucking find out what happened last issue.
You should.
Did I read it? I don't even know at this point. I just buy it and put it in a box. Okay. The one thing that we've got to talk about this week before the film flashback is new trailer for TMNT Mutant Mayhem. You guys check that out?
Yeah.
Looks fun.
It looks fun. That's what you
Animation
want.
style looks interesting.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
It looks, I said it earlier, like very Play-Doh, stop motion
Yeah.
looking art
Yeah,
style.
it's that meets the Spider style.
Mm.
Definitely.
Bit of mash up there. But the
looks fun.
backgrounds look sort of a bit more photorealistic. It's a bit interesting.
Mm. But it looks fine. It's like it's 100% a kids movie, so
Yeah.
you know.
I will roll my eyes a million times, but that is fine.
Hmm.
Because I'm friggin' 40.
Jay, did you watch Super Mario?
Yes.
Did you roll your eyes in that?
No.
I don't know. I think there'll be a couple of times, but that was definitely a kids movie, and
Yeah, but they weren't kids' characters. Do you know what I mean?
They're not
That's
teenagers
where I'm
in New York.
I have no doubt these turtles are going to annoy me a lot.
okay, I'm with you. I'm with
You
you.
know, like
now.
Donnie
Yeah,
is
fair
so
Mm.
just stereotype, man. Sick of that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the nerdy one. Better put glasses on him. Look, nerd. Okay.
Wheeljack as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So there'll be a lot.
Trust suspenders, boy.
Just a bit much. Like
Come
he's
together,
always
car
been that
suspenders.
character, but you didn't have to accentuate it so much.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Everybody's got to know which box they fit into. Who do I identify with? I've got glasses. I'm that one. They're turtle people.
Yeah, I'll go check it out.
Yeah, action parts will be fun.
Yep.
I think the turtles are too young too for my general liking. Like they're a bit too young teens. But if the plan is for multiple movies and they age up, I'm totally okay with that.
Which makes sense.
100%.
Yeah, and they probably would.
Cool.
You'd be crazy not to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, man. It cops a bit of flack here and there from different people, but man, what Rogan's been doing with production company, with different TV shows and movies over the last few years, you can't fault it. It's been some of the best.
I can fault him. Did you watch fucking Preacher? Terrible. Terrible.
You can't win them all, but there's a lot of wins where there's also losses. You can't win them all. I'm not going to argue for Preacher, but I will argue for Invincible. I will argue for The Boys. And you can't argue those ones.
50%.
Yeah.
Preacher was that shit.
Oh, it knocks it back too. Okay,
Yeah.
2 cents forward. Yeah.
Even though that was so good, Preacher was so missed. So
Yep.
Yeah, I can't argue that. But yeah, I still think we're in a positive. We're in a positive personally for what he's been doing. So yeah, in the future, hopefully we continue.
And I'm also still salty the goddamn Invincible's never coming out.
Spoon.
Well, guess it's my turn.
I believe it is.
All right. So Dave's amazing round of IMDb movie picks. I got the good card of 80+%.
Did you?
Well,
Did you get the good card?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. My choice made
What
me
he did with it.
Now, admittedly, I seen this trailer a couple of years ago. I was like, oh, I want to watch this. Star Wars, right? But I will put my hand up. IMDb's listing of things is terrible, and I decided I was just going to pick the first thing I hadn't seen that sounds good, so I didn't even get past the numbers.
Hang on. Sorry. I only just be picky because don't you dare blame IMDb. This is Rotten Tomatoes every fucking day.
Sorry.
Don't you dare put Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb in the same category. Fucking Rotten Tomatoes filtering. Fucking hell.
It's terrible.
Well,
Seriously.
so I get that because I struggled.
Yeah. And I was just like, but I'm just going to scroll and be like, oh, maybe go back to it anyway, right? Because it was something I hadn't seen that I was interested.
Sure.
So it's 5/25/77. The coming of age story. This kid sees 2001, blows his mind, starts making his own home movies. Eventually goes out to Hollywood to meet some people. Sees an early cut of Star Wars. I thought the movie was fine. It's too
Yeah,
long.
it's fine. It's very long, but I liked it.
I didn't. Yeah, sorry, I didn't hate it at all. It was fine. It's one of those movies you're like, it's fine.
I loved when he goes to see the Star Wars stuff, and George Lucas is just a big fanboy. He's like, "God, check this out! We did this and we did that." It was great.
Well, that's not even Lucas.
It's not Lucas. I was supposed to be
No,
Lucas.
it's Dykstra.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be Lucas.
Johnny Dykstra.
Oh.
And did the voice perfect, I thought. Just all coked up style Dykstra.
To the bit where his mum calls Demon, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's where you're like, okay, well, I'm happy just to start watching here and go on.
Yeah, there's a great 100 minutes in that 212 minutes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
You could have condensed that first like hour into like bloody 15 minutes. But
yeah, look, it was fine. It was like I liked some of the choices where you like instead of rolling up with the normal car, it was a plasticine shot and all those different choices with all those little things and the nostalgia stuff of when he went to Hollywood with Spielberg and all that stuff. That was really cool. Some of the hometown stuff was good. The best friend acting was horrific. The main kid was not too bad. I don't know if you've seen the movie Waiting. He's the main actor in Waiting with like Luis Gomez. Not Luis Gomez.
Wasn't he one of the Freaks and Geeks kids?
Yeah.
Like the young Freaks and Geeks kids?
The young three with Sam Levine and all those three. Yeah, and Star. No,
And I was like, casting was a bit odd. They're all a bit old for 16, 17-year-olds.
Big time. Yeah. Especially the
Kids looked
girlfriend.
older back in the 70s, but
Yeah.
Like in Days of Confused.
Yeah.
I don't know if we needed that much story. It was fine. It was just long. It was really long and a bit slow.
It's that director's. It's his life. It's
Of course,
his childhood. You think so? He wants to put all this in his movie about his life and growing up and going to Hollywood to be a filmmaker.
Indulge, 100%.
maybe don't name it the Star Wars release date instead then? I don't know.
It did?
Huh?
He said, don't name it that.
Oh, don't name it that.
Give it that.
But that's how you're getting people to watch your movie.
Yeah, because you've got
Otherwise, it's just 1,000 other teen movies, right?
pretty much.
That's
It's a movie about the guy who made fucking babies down.
Yes.
There's a couple others, wasn't there?
Yes.
What was that?
There's a couple
Space
others.
Invaders.
Space Invaders, yeah. There's something else.
The Dragon Age, I think it was. Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon Heart.
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
Yeah. What do you do when, you're given what you're given in this category?
Yeah.
You make the best damn lemonade you can try and make, don't you? I gave it 4.5. Oh, so are we rating yet, or are we done? Anyone want to say anything?
There's not much else to say about it.
Yeah. 4.5 with the side boob.
Yeah, I'll go 6.
Yeah, 6. 6.
What do you got, Dave?
I'm tossing. I'm gonna go 5.
I don't know what it was about this movie, but I got nothing out of it. I was bored. It was fucking not funny. I just was not into it at all. Like,
To be
on
fair,
any level, I got
Not
nothing
meant to
out
be
of
funny.
it. Okay, cool. I got nothing out of it.
That's
that
fine,
first
Dave.
half.
Dylan.
That
No,
first,
there are bits that are clearly meant to be a little funny, right?
no, but like the first half, I get it. It's like, where's the story in this? And where's it going? And
Yeah, I
then
was just bored. His love of film is the story, and he's
yeah, but like it's just a drone about that until his mum calls up, and it's like, okay, now we see where this thing is going, But it's just him continuously making movies, being like, minimum wage. And it's just looping again and again and again and again and again, and then my mum calls, and then it kicks it
I
out.
think that's the point, because it's all about him not backing himself and going for it.
Not having the confidence.
He doesn't finish any of these movies. He doesn't fucking.
So when you've got a production
scared.
company, you need a lot in the can. Like you've got to have a lot ready to go, but it's more just he's not ready to finish it. He doesn't have the the
Self-doubt.
confidence and the self doubt because he's
And the point of the
small
whole
town guy
movies
that's
was
not good
to
enough
keep
to
the
be in
family
Hollywood.
together. So he's got the underlying, reason
I
why he
get
was
it.
doing all these. No, you don't get it,
No,
Dave. By the sounds
No,
of
no,
it.
I get it. He
Well,
just
we're
doesn't
helping
have to simulate that in the actual movie as well.
It's,
We all
Well,
got
how's
that.
how's the audience supposed to get it if you don't simulate it in the movie?
you're a simple
I'm
man.
saying it could have been condensed,
Dylan, what's your rating?
Fucking 0.
Really?
Legit, like what? There was nothing that I liked about it.
Not even the Star Wars stuff, or when he was in the.
I like where I was like chasing the dude and looking at the X-wing and that.
I just watch
It's
a
like, well,
documentary
it's
about that
funny.
because that's more interesting than all this shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna-
I don't know why I don't like it this much, honestly, but I just don't.
All right.
Does it
What's
stir-
your movie, Dylan?
does it stir
My
some
movie is a
emotion?
million
Hang on.
times better than
No, no,
this
no. I
fucking.
need
I
to
don't
ask
think
you,
so.
so-
If you're picking what you're gonna pick.
So, did it stir up too many emotions about you not being able to, escape your small town trying to make movies? Is that why you hated it so much? It stirred up too many memories.
Probably.
Yeah, I thought that
probably.
might have been the
Yeah.
case. All right, I'll shut up now.
So what percentage did you get, Dylan, for this?
That's a good question. I don't remember. Was it 15 to 20 or something like
I
that?
think so, yes.
Okay, 15 to 20.
20% critic rating.
Oh shit!
I was tossing up between a few. One of them was Super Mario Brothers, the movie, the original.
We've seen
The
that.
other one was Flintstones. But ultimately, I chose The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Trash.
I've seen it once. I saw it once when I was in the cinemas as a kid
Yeah, same.
because I was like, "Oh yeah, Jet Li."
Third one?
Yeah,
Is that the third one?
Yeah.
Jet Li.
Because first one's second one's Scorpion King, right? And then third one's
Oh, it's part of that mummy. It's like Brendan Fraser mummy.
Yeah.
Maria Bello. Now we're talking.
Yeah, because they did 2 movies in ancient Egypt, so they're like, "Okay, let's do something else." China, the Terracotta Warriors and stuff.
okay.
No, movie's not great.
No,
Put it down then.
What?
5.2.
What'd you say to me?
Stop talking it down.
Why? It's trash. I don't remember anything from it.
I've seen it. Yeah. But the problem is, like, to watch that one, I have to go back and watch all the others first.
Do you?
Of course you do.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it.
First two are
Then
great.
you got to watch the sequel, Blast from the Past.
And don't forget Scorpion King.
No, we don't. We need to skip that completely. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe. We will be back next week with some more high quality content for you.
2 weeks, we might get some good movies. Dave's
Maybe.
fucking around will be over.
Wait till my next one.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed anymore, Dave.
No, you're done.
Need redemption. Redemption Day. All right.
Redemption Day. So, yeah.
Bye.
You can stop. Okay.